Hey guys, welcome back to my bench. Have a little topic I wanted to talk about today, and that is bringing old kits up to standard worth it? And mostly I ask this because I just came off of the Premium Hobbies build of the Corsair, and it was pretty easy. Not very many parts, mostly it was just the fuselage seam and getting the wheels kind of facing the right direction. But other than that, pretty easy, and it was mostly just the joys of painting. I have some bigger kits in my collection currently, a little more expensive, and I've been a little bit nervous to start them because they cost more, and well, you don't want to mess them up, and you should just go for it. I have in the past. The most expensive kit I've completed to date was the 1/48 Tamiya F15C. It's an older kit, but it still retails around $40-ish. So I've been kind of trying to work my way up to them, and specifically I'm talking about the big ICM MiG-25. I don't think anything's gonna go wrong. I think everybody kind of knows what they're talking about, or what I'm talking about when I say the intimidation of doing a big kit, an expensive kit, something you're really gonna sink your time into. So I wanted to talk today because I picked a kit to do next specifically based on I know I'm going to have to do a lot of things. That kit is, let me grab it real quick, this old Tamiya Frank. This is 1972 was the release. There is a new, if you want to do a Tamiya Frank, they have a really nice one that comes in like a diorama kit. I think it's only like $50. But this one has, it's really old. I don't know if you can see on camera. I may have to show you when I change the lens or the angle here. It has, I would say, about 80% raised panel lines. The detail wise though for the kit is, the details there, it's just raised. I specifically chose to do, I've had this sitting in the stash for a little while. I specifically chose to do this one knowing I would have to do all the extra work. And the reason is, I think these older kits, bringing them up to a modern standard that most kits are just, come default, is the best way to hone our skills. So I've already got this bottom section of the wings done. Maybe hard to see. We'll show you that in a minute. But there's a lot of kits out there that are kind of like this. And as much as, it's nice to just grab your Tamiya 148 kits and just, the details are all there and they're super crisp, and the fit is going to be good. You're just going to sand down some glue lines from the seams and paint her up and throw the decals on and weather, and it will look awesome. And I love doing these. Sometimes it's just the best way to learn. Recently I showed you guys a kit that I got for Christmas. Now you would get this at Hobby Lobby. Let's say you just want to get started and you pop down to your local Hobby Lobby and they've got the 40% off. Wow, this is a nice, for $10. This is a heck of a kit, and you have no idea that Rebel is what they are. You can't see, we'll show you in a second. Raised panel lines, actually, you know what? The flash, not much flash, surprisingly. But looking at this now, all of the panel lines are raised, which is fine. Some guys don't really mind, they just paint it up. The only panel lines that are not raised are where the rudder hooks in. I don't know about the fitment of this. It looks fine from a distance, you know, having not even opened the plastic. But these kits are out there and they're cheap. They're good ways to try stuff. And unfortunately, if you're new, brand new to the hobby, and you don't really know your hobby stores in the area, maybe you don't know anybody, you like airplanes or armor or ships, you pop down to your chain store selling your Revel kits that are old, and they look nice. The plastic feels good. It's just, if you watch somebody, if you see like the model that they put on their box, that's, you know, it's a little discouraging. You're not, and you may not know why, but that's what you get. So is it important to be able to do that, or should we have those, or should everybody be like Tamiya? Like I said earlier, I think that, oh, the camera's falling. Sorry guys. I think if you are building models, these do have a place in your stash and a place for your time. Now I want to take a look at these kits more closely, so we'll be right back in just a second. Alright, and just like that, we're flipped around. Let's get a little focused here. So let's grab this section of the wings here. This one isn't as bad. This is actually really hard to tell, like if you just open the kit and look at it. Let's change this real quick. There we go. You can see in here those panel lines. You can see these ones are recessed and these are not. To be fair, these ones are super light. You don't even have to sand them. You can just put your scribe tape down, and it actually works really good. You don't even have to. I haven't even had to sand these, but it was gonna be a big mess. But let's go back to our old friend, the P61 over here. Now, I am gonna have to flip this back over because these are cast in black plastic. Those are big, especially, well, I guess not all, so these are recessed, but you can see how big these panel lines are. You'll probably have to put your tape down to mark and then sand, but you want to be careful because these rivet details are actually pretty nice. And I will give Revel some credit. Compared to the other kits I've done, there's not very much flash. There is some, but not a lot. But the other day in a group, I saw someone who did a really nice build of this, out of box, nothing special. But it looked really nice. So you can get really nice kits out of these old kits, and for, you know, the price you pay, you build it out of box. That's a heck of a kit. Now you can see on this one, I've done my best, but you can see these nicks. Where, yeah, maybe I got a little carried away. So you got to sand and then fill with putty, just so you don't get those extra cuts in your plastic. Now, sometimes you may not know what to do. What I do, I scribe my line. I do them all, I sand, and I throw a little bit of thin cement in there, and it gives you a nice edge. So, I think, in my opinion, it is worth having some of these old kits around. One, for guys like me who are only about a year and a half into the hobby. And you can kind of see some residue on there. You're only a year and a half into the hobby. You know, I didn't grow up with this when these kits were brand new. But they throw, you know, a nice box art on there. You may think it's new. So I think it's worth it. One, for people like me who are new, you're trying to build up your skills, you're trying to understand what looks good or not, or you need cheap kits to test stuff on. But number two, if you're a veteran model builder, one, these may be, you know, nostalgic builds that you put together as a kid, or you like to see what you can really do with old kits. And some of you guys, videos that I've seen, really into modifications, and you go all out, and there's a point where you wonder what the heck can you even bring out from that. But an incredible model comes together. So I do think these have a place. I see a lot of criticism in some videos, which are valid. You know, if you have no idea and you buy this kit thinking, oh, it's a new box, the art is nice, it's on the shelf at your hobby store, next to some more modern kits like this, you know, you're gonna have no idea. You don't know what Scalemates is. So in that aspect, I do think maybe it's a little misleading. Like maybe after a certain age of the tools, they should put like, you know, vintage kit or something like that. I guess down here on Tamiya's, to be fair, it does say the year. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. Let me know what you think. Do you guys like doing new kits? Do you like the experience it brings, or just seeing what you can get out of a good old model? As well, sometimes you do get a double whammy. I know this fits good already just from some dry fitting, but also Tamiya kits have always fit together well. But you may get a lemon or something. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.